Parents, how can I get my child to listen? Secrets to connection and cooperation. Hello everyone, and greetings to all the parents tuning in. Surely, many of us have felt helpless, or even frustrated, when we call our children and get no response. Or when we ask them to do something and they don't follow through. It feels like we're talking to a wall, right? Why are they ignoring us? Why are they so stubborn or defiant? Is it because they're being bad or don't respect us? Today, we're going to explore the reasons behind children's non-listening behavior, and more importantly, discover effective secrets to help children truly listen and cooperate. Without yelling or punishment, we'll cover why do children tend to not listen or seem defiant? Common mistakes parents make that make things worse. And most importantly, positive, effective strategies to build connection and encourage voluntary cooperation. Let's begin this journey together. Why is my child ignoring me? Understanding the real reasons. Have you ever wondered why your child doesn't listen? Sometimes, the answer isn't simply, they're being bad. There are many deeper reasons that, if we're not paying attention, we might completely miss. When your child genuinely doesn't hear you because they're in their own world. Have you noticed how kids can get completely absorbed in a game, a cartoon, or just building Legos? A child's world is rich and absorbing. Their brains, especially under age 5 to 7, aren't fully developed to handle multiple streams of information. So when you call them and they don't respond right away, it might not be intentional. They may simply not have heard you or cannot shift their focus instantly. In fact, this deep concentration is actually a good sign. It shows their attention span is developing. When your child hears you but doesn't like the request, this is often a tougher one for parents. Children may pretend not to hear because they know it means stopping play, going to bed, or doing homework, things they're not interested in. Just like adults delay unpleasant tasks, kids do too. They're testing whether ignoring you will let them avoid the request. When your child is asserting independence, ever notice when your child starts saying no to everything? Or older kids start arguing back? This is actually a normal part of development. They're forming their own opinions and asserting independence. Rather than worry, see it as a sign that they're growing into their own person and learning self-control. When the parent's communication style isn't effective, sometimes the issue is in how we communicate. Do you talk too much, over-explain, or call out from across the room instead of approaching them? Do you command too sternly, clean up now, or plead too much, please? Please just do this. Both approaches can make children tune you out. Inconsistency, punishing one day but letting things slide the next, or conflicting messages between parents, also teaches kids that your words aren't important. Constant criticism can also lead kids to emotionally shut down and tune you out to avoid negativity. When your child is tired, uncomfortable, or emotionally disconnected, children also have bad days. When they're tired, hungry, sleepy, or just feeling off, these are moments when cooperation is naturally harder. And if a child feels emotionally disconnected or not emotionally seen by a parent, they may act out or resist as a subconscious cry for connection. Understanding these reasons is the first and most crucial step in responding effectively. What parents should avoid: don't unintentionally teach kids not to listen. Before diving into the strategies that work, let's take a quick look at some common parenting mistakes that can unintentionally worsen communication. Yelling, threatening, or punishing. Many of us grew up with the idea that, spare the rod, spoil the child, but shouting, threatening, or using physical punishment doesn't solve the root issue. It damages your child's sense of safety, trust, and self-worth. It may force compliance in the short term, but it's not true discipline. Over time, it erodes confidence and the parent-child relationship. Repeating yourself too often or pleading. Do you find yourself repeating the same request 5 to 7 times before your child finally listens? Repetition teaches kids. I don't have to act until mom, dad gets mad. Begging has a similar effect. It weakens the authority and invites negotiation. Being inconsistent. If you punish a behavior one day and ignore it the next. Or if one parent sets rules while another undermines them. Kids become confused. They learn to play adults against each other or test boundaries constantly. Good cop, bad cop. Parenting is confusing and ineffective. Labeling your child negatively. Phrases like, "You're so naughty," "Why are you so stubborn," or "You never listen," can seriously harm your child's self-image. These labels can become self-fulfilling. Remember, no child is inherently bad. There are only behaviors that need guidance. Distracted or distant communication. Calling out while cooking or reminding them while glued to your phone sends the message that you aren't fully engaged. Kids pick up on that and are less likely to take your words seriously. Recognizing these mistakes isn't about blame. It's about growth and finding a better way forward. The golden key to getting kids to listen. Connect first. Then guide. So how can we get kids to listen without resorting to negativity? The secret lies in connection, patience, and positive communication strategies. Prioritize connection before making a request. This is the golden key. Instead of shouting from across the room, walk over, get down to your child's eye level. Gently touch their shoulder, make eye contact, and smile. Acknowledge what they're doing. Wow, you're building such a tall tower. Or, you're really into that cartoon. Huh? Once you've connected, then gently give your instruction. The connect first, guide later principle works at any age. Use clear, short, and positive communication. Skip the long speeches. Be concise and specific, and focus on what you want your child to do, not what you don't want. Instead of, "Don't throw your toys around," say, "Let's put the toys back in the basket." Adding a simple reason helps too. "Let's eat quickly so I can rest. I'm really tired." Offer choices. Within limits, kids love feeling in control. Instead of commands, offer 2 or 3 acceptable options. Time for bed. Do you want the dinosaur story or the princess one? Or, do you want to get dressed by yourself or want a little help? This makes kids feel respected and more cooperative. Truly listen to your child. If you want your child to listen to you, you must first model listening. Pause what you're doing, make eye contact, and truly listen. Try to understand their perspective, even if you don't agree. Let them express themselves. Use humor and creativity, instead of dry instructions. Turn things into games. Let's race to see who can get dressed faster, or, let's pretend we're robots cleaning up. A touch of humor lightens the mood and boosts cooperation. Give gentle warnings for transitions. No one likes to be abruptly interrupted. Give your child a heads up, 5 more minutes. And then it's time for dinner. Start getting ready to clean up. Okay? This helps mentally prepare them for the change. Stay calm and patient. This might be the hardest part, but also the most important. Keeping calm lets you think clearly and respond positively. Building the habit of listening takes time, consistency, and repetition. Don't expect instant results. Acknowledge and name emotions. Sometimes, kids don't listen because they're upset or frustrated. Help them name their emotions. "I know it's hard to stop playing." Or, "You're upset because your brother took your toy." Feeling understood helps kids calm down and cooperate. Don't be afraid to apologize. If you lost your temper and yelled, it's okay to apologize. "I was too angry earlier. I'm sorry I raised my voice." This not only repairs the relationship, but teaches your child about accountability and respect. When listening still doesn't happen, logical consequences and consistency. So what if you've tried all this, and your child still doesn't cooperate? This is when consistency and logical consequences come into play. Praise cooperation clearly and specifically. Don't hold back on specific praise. Instead of vague, "Good job," say, "I love how you cleaned up without being asked." Or, "You were so responsible going to bed on time." Timely praise is a powerful motivator. Just remember, praise is praise, not bribery. Use logical and consistent consequences. If your child still refuses after a clear request, calmly apply a logical consequence related to the behavior. "Because you threw the toy, we'll put it away until tomorrow." Then follow through, without anger. The key is consistency. If you set a rule or consequence, stick to it. Get the whole family on the same page. All your efforts may fall apart if someone else in the household, e.g. grandparents, caregivers, undermines your approach. Discuss and agree on consistent rules and expectations with everyone involved in caring for your child. Be firm when necessary, especially for safety rules. Some rules are non-negotiable, like traffic safety or not touching electrical outlets. In these cases, firmness is essential. You might remove your child from danger without explanation in the moment, and explain calmly later. Let kids experience emotions. Sometimes, despite everything, your child may cry or throw a tantrum. If you know you've been fair and clear, allow them space to release emotions. Don't rush to soothe or be harsh. Stay nearby. Be empathetic. "I see you're upset," and wait. After the emotional storm passes, cooperation usually comes more easily. Final thoughts. Dear parents, raising a child is never easy, and helping them learn to listen and cooperate requires love, patience, and deep understanding. Instead of seeing noncompliance as defiance or misbehavior, view it as a chance to connect more deeply, understand their inner world, and refine your communication. Remember, our goal isn't to raise perfectly obedient children, but to nurture confident, respectful, self-regulated, cooperative problem solvers, with consistency and positive strategies. Not only will your child become a better listener, but your relationship will grow stronger, more loving, and more understanding. Wishing you success on this beautiful parenting journey.